about to start work at one of the houses that we're working on. But I was just thinking about what I posted last night, referring to narcissism and how it's expressed differently through the male and female who is expressing that trait. I was accused of these things back when I first started online, and it really made me feel uncomfortable, but I did self-analyze myself. But then I learned not to become offended because there were certain people who exude those personality traits that were trying to accuse me. And I knew that the Holy Spirit was still with me and working with me. The fact that when people said certain things, I went to God and I'm like, do I have these things? But as I've said before, my problem has always been gaslighting myself. Always taking what somebody else says about me as gospel, good or bad. Like, you shouldn't do that. You should always be in a position to reflect for yourself, to analyze the things on yourself. What's up, Josh?
Scaring me.
Yeah. Oh no, my bad. I ain't want to scare you today. Right. No, man. Right. I'm glad Uncle Tony ain't here. He probably the one with the little Dirty Harry for me. But yeah, you just gotta always self-analyze and always be doing self-inventory on yourself. Like I said, being accused of that isn't fun. But I also learned not to gaslight myself by actually analyzing myself and taking things to God. And also noticing when people are operating out of the enemy themselves. It says Satan is the accuser of the brethren. And so once I noticed different people who would use those terms to try to demonize people, to try to squander opportunities for people, it let me know eventually what spirit they were operating out of. But it all comes back to self-reflecting and analyzing the things that you need to work on, and seeing whether or not those traits are within you. Try not to take things personal in this time. But I also believe that it's dangerous to have a high type of mindset, to be fed certain things constantly and not think for yourself, and then put yourself in that position to then be able to judge somebody or put something on somebody that isn't true. And so always self-reflect, always do self-inventory, always see what you need to work on, and remain humble, and honestly ask God if it's something in you that has to be removed. Anything that's a reoccurring problem, whether it's the thorn in the flesh, whether it is being in the wrong relationship, wrong situation, wrong environment, wrong job, whatever it may be, you always have to analyze yourself and see what part you playing at and how much. And so I've had to learn, the more I became an adult, to not gaslight myself about my part and my participation in things. Look at things for what it is. Peace.